Yo, who do you guys think won free agency? My opinion, you guys already know. I'm gonna say Laker Nation, man. Right now, they're making moves, yo.
Yeah.
Who you think, Gabe?
Well, I think today or it came out recently. Anthony Davis re-signed 5-year, 190 million, which is kind of what we expected. I mean, he kind of held out for a little bit, but I mean, so I guess it was scary for Laker Nation for a little bit. He might go to Clippers or something. I don't know, but
that was the funniest part about it because it's like, yo, Lakers were making so many moves, right? And they saved the best for last. They're like, yo, how much money does this organization have to give AD the max? Everybody's waiting. AD's gonna get the max. All right, boom, sign this guy.
Can you imagine if he left? He's like, nah, fuck this.
What about AD's max? Bro, LeBron signs. But nah, you're definitely right. And I mean, I feel like Lakers won this free agency, bro. They got younger, first of all. Examples, man. They got Danny Green out of there, got Schroeder. Big age gap there. Danny Green, vet, brought in a young, explosive point guard, for that team. And, LeBron's been running point essentially when Rondo was out, right? He had to be the playmaker and scorer. So when Rondo came back, that made his job a lot easier. But then, boom, now they got Schroeder, who is, he got second place for sixth man. He was the runner-up. Yeah. And then they actually get the sixth man of the year, Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers.
That's crazy. I mean, those are big acquisitions. I mean, I felt like, this Lakers playoff team, they had a bunch of, they had good players, but like their bench was like filled with like a bunch of just like random, player, like Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo. They got rid of a lot of those players. So I think Dwight Howard went to the Sixers. Rajon Rondo is with the Hawks now. But they still definitely made moves. And they're going to be contenders coming up. They're still a top team. There's no way that you can't deny.
Oh, for sure. They're setting themselves up for a 2-peat, maybe even a 3-peat going on. They got rid of Rondo, Danny Green, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Quinn Cook. But the age gap, man, Schroeder's 27, Harrell's 26, and we got Danny Green 33, and Rondo. We all know he's at 34 years old. So, I mean. They got these younger guys, not super young, like early 20s, but that's not really playoff experience. But then they have those vets on the team to make up for that. Make sure they're doing the right thing, set them up for success. Speed. Bro, they traded JaVale McGee to clear space for Marc Gasol.
Yep.
That's another addition.
They're getting big in the paint.
I think it's an upgrade because JaVale McGee is one of the oldest, he's an older player. He's well respected. I think people like him in the league.
He has his respect over time. He was a joke at first, but his time with the Warriors, they really developed him in that system. And then him, winning another ring, with the Lakers as well. Which he didn't play much, but he did what he had to do for the most part during the season.
So is Gasol going to kind of take over that same role as like what Dwight Howard did? It's kind of like that.
I agree. I think so. Gabe, you go have this take. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's either that you need a big man because you got rid of these guys, right? With Dwight Howard, which for better for worse, he's a big man. You need him down. Otherwise, you have to put AD at the 5. You know what I mean? Because you got to get these big guys that can rebound at the bottom of the boards, that can bang the boards. So you got to get a big man. I think, like I said, Gasol's a great upgrade. The team is they're stacked, man. They're stacked, and they're poised to.
Got both the Gasol brothers on.
Bro, you got your center. Let's say AD needs to take a rest, right? Who do you throw in? Dwight, which he wasn't really much of an offensive threat. Like he had like great putbacks, offensive rebounds, for sure. He'll haggle the guys inside, get very aggressive. But Marc Gasol could also do that, and we all know he could do scoring, bro. This guy could shoot threes. He could spread the floor. You know what I mean? He could, pound inside. He good post moves, good footwork. So I think they really upgraded offensively with that move.
Yeah, you definitely want AD, at the 3 or 4. You want him outside. You don't want him down below. He can do that. That's not outside of his game. But if you saw the playoffs, you saw how many clutch, game enders that this guy had. Somebody else, that can do the dirty work per se. You know what I mean? But yeah. So moving on.
Let's talk about LeBron's. Yo, hold on.
Hey, you want to talk about LeBron? We're going to talk about LeBron. We're talking about LeBron.
We're not talking about the Lakers, but I'm talking about LeBron.
Oh my God.
So let's hear this Laker news from the most recent Lakers fan ever.
Hold on.
The newest Laker fan.
Over LeBron. That's crazy. Anyways, he got a 2-year extension on top of his contract, 85 mil in total, 4 years, 154 million for the GOAT right there.
Jojo, let me ask you something. What are you gonna do when LeBron retires? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna stop watching basketball?
That's a good question. I think basketball will be pointless after that. What am I gonna watch?